Hey everybody, so Nick here, and today I'm doing a cargo crate unboxing. This is the cargo crate number 4, I think, which is the wash. It's the wash cargo crate. So anyway, I'm going to unbox everything, and then I'm going to do a quick review of the items included. Anyway, let's cut this open. Of course, as in previous boxes, there is a sticker, which of course is inside the box. This time from Beaumont. So that's the 4th world sticker that we have, and then everything else is pretty standard, just like all the other boxes. Inside, once we get this flap open and up, inside we're going to get a lot of the same stuff we have been getting. Right off the bat, the t-shirt, which this time, of course, is wash themed, and it's the many faces of wash. Ooh, the smell on this thing. Whew. It's got a really strong, like, glue smell to it. But anyway, it's the many faces of wash, asterisk, while flying Serenity. And so, several different faces of wash. So pretty fun, cartoony, very appropriate, given Alan Tudyk, is wash. Then we'll dig in. The next thing that we get, of course, is the Quantum Mechanics Mini Masters Little Damn Heroes, Hoban Washburn. So, of course, I'll pull this thing out really quick so we can see that. Throw that box away. Don't need the box right at the moment. And then we will Blade of Exact Zero the tape around this thing. And so, of course, like the last one, like Zoe, the base is already attached, which is nice. And of course, it is the iconic scene of him and the dinosaurs. Oh, dear God in heaven! Yeah. So anyway, that's nice. Love those things; they're fun. Then, of course, the signal is in there. We'll look at that later. Next, we're pulling out a package of Flux cards. So these are Saffron-themed Flux cards. It's a Saffron expansion. So these are 4 cards to play with Firefly Flux, which I don't play or know what it is. Oh, of course, then that comes in upside down. Then we have Interplanetary Flashcard Set. So a little envelope, and then inside Persephone, Higgins Moon, Hera, Beaumont, and then just a card stock to keep them crisp. And then it gives details on the back about each planet. So maybe we'll see more of these in the future. Who knows? Get to that in the review. Then, of course, we have the Beaumont sticker. Beaumont, I mean, that's how it's spelled. I can't remember if that's how it's pronounced. I honestly don't remember from the show. So the sticker from the outside. Then, of course, one of the things that I actually look forward to, which is the lapel pins, which, of course, this one is Fly. This, of course, is Wash, and it's a flying pin. So, of course, it's the I'm a Leaf on the Wind pin. So that's that. Then in the very bottom is one more item, which is kind of a sort of neat item in some regards. If I can get it out here. And this is a Con Man door hanger. So it's a Do Not Disturb door hanger. So of course that's quarantined for Do Not Disturb. And then a Play With Me Come In of Nathan Fillion's character. Excuse me. So there's that. And then the big item. So every one of these comes with a big item. And of course, I'll show you the inside really quick. So the inside of the box is actually the cockpit of Serenity. So that's the Serenity cockpit on the inside, which is a nice touch. Not necessary. It's not like you're keeping the box for anything, really. But the big item this time is the Inevitable Betrayal dinosaurs figures. And that's what they look like. I'll unbox these really quick so we can take a look at those. And then I'll get to the review. So this is loud. Many people suspected that this would be the big item for a while. It just kind of made the most sense. So there's the Stegosaurus, the strange horned Tyrannosaurus. I know there's a better name for it. I know there's an appropriate name for it, but you can see it's got like a pseudo horn on the end, and it kind of looks like a T-Rex. It's not. I know. I realize that. And then it comes with a little oasis set of palm trees and sand. So that's it. That's what we get in the box. Of course, I'll take a photo of that and put that on there. So, the review. I knew quite a few of these items were already going to be in there. So, I keep hitting the microphone. It's not good. So, I knew a bunch of these items were already going to be in here this time from online and from speculation and whatnot. But I wanted to do a review because this cargo crate was delayed this time around. They didn't give a reason. Loot Crate did not send an email. They didn't post why it was delayed. They just sent out an email saying that it was delayed and that when it arrived, it'd be worth the wait. However, I have to say that I don't really think it's worth the wait. I also don't think for a company that is so targeting fanboys and fangirls, that the culture of fans, for a subscription service that's costs over $40 a month and maybe more for international shippers or for international buyers, I don't think that Cargo Crate is really delivering the quality that it should be. It's delivering quantity. Everything is in bulk. And they always end up manufacturing more because they almost always offer crates for sale later that were previously sold out or that people missed out on. So let's review each of these items. I'm going to start with the shipping though. So they ship via FedEx, and they use this FedEx service where FedEx delivers it pretty much to your city and then takes it to the U.S. Postal Service, and the Postal Service then delivers it, which causes issues with tracking. And I found out that the only way you can really find out when it's been delivered to the Postal Service and then if it's going to be delivered on time is to call FedEx, because they don't always update their tracking once it gets to the Postal Service. So that's really annoying. And it costs more. And yet when I ship stuff, I always use USPS and I never have any trouble with it. It always gets delivered on time. The tracking is always updated. FedEx and UPS, every time I use them though, I have tons of problems and I have quit using them. When I ship stuff, I only use the Postal Service now. Strangely enough, the Postal Service I felt used to have a really bad reputation for delivery, but now I find it's the exact opposite. It's the private ones, the DHL, the LaserShip. Those guys are the ones who are the worst. And I think it's because they're just lazy, and they charge more for whatever reason, and yet they're lazier about it. So I really wish that Cargo Crate would just team up with the U.S. Postal Service and deliver everything through them, so that way there's no changing of hands. It doesn't make sense to deliver it because the FedEx hub for me is really close to my house. So the package gets there and then they have to take it and deliver it to the US Postal Service office, which is also very close to my house, the hub. And then that has to bring it to me. And it seems like there's an extra step in there for no reason. So I really wish, that aside, I know that's a small thing, but I really wish that they would just get rid of FedEx altogether, just use US Postal Service. Because it can't be saving them that much money. There's just no way. So the delay really upset me, and I'm sure other people, that we were postponed like 2 weeks from getting this Cargo Crate, which we pay for bi-monthly, and we actually have already been charged for the next Cargo Crate, which is themed Serenity. We were charged for that one before this one even, I think, shipped or arrived. So that's frustrating, to pay for a subscription service and you don't even receive the one that you've already paid for by the time you're charged for the next one. That seems strange to me, and it's bi-monthly. It's over $200-something a year just for 6 of these boxes, because it's bi-monthly. So anyway, that upset me, and Cargo Crate, Loot Crate did nothing to appease the buyers, the fans. They didn't offer any reasoning. They didn't offer any bonuses. They could have said, here's a coupon for $5 off your next Cargo Crate or your next Loot Crate. They could have done something. They could have reached out to the buyers and offered something. as a promotion for a delay, which is what most companies do. When you don't receive something in the time that you're supposed to receive it, there's almost always some sort of compensation. And I'm not looking for something free for nothing. I'm not one of those crazy people. I worked in sales and retail for a while, so I'm not expecting that. But at least usually big companies, good companies, they offer some sort of outreach to say, hey, we're sorry for screwing you over on this one. Here's how we can make it up to you. So far, Cargo Crate's offered nothing like that. Loot Crate hasn't, sorry. So that's frustrating. The next thing is, again, they say $34.99 plus shipping and handling and tax. But that aside, we pay $42 something, I think. And that's for domestic, that's US residents. So we're paying basically $40 a box on this. And for what? This is where I want to review the products in it. So the past boxes, there's always one item, and then there have been previously the little damn heroes figurines, and then the little qubits, and they send one of two. This time there's no qubit, and then they've been sending the pin. So price-wise, a pin like this, if you go to a convention, which is going to overprice things, pins like this are usually like between $7 and $10. But really, ideally, these are like $3 to $4 pins. They should not be that much. So there's $3 to $4. A sticker, cents on the dollar. This is paper products, cents on the dollar. So, you know, you might go to a convention and they might charge $1, $2, $3 for a sticker like this. But I mean, ideally, this is like 25 to 50 cents. So now we're like $3.50. I'm gonna err on the like consumer side of numbers. Again, paper products. This is a Con Man door hanger, which my biggest beef with this is actually that it's Con Man, which is Alan Tudyk and Nathan Fillion, which is Firefly related, but it's not Firefly. This is not Firefly like material. And I'm paying for Firefly Cargo Crate. Why am I receiving Con Man stuff? Sure, did I watch Con Man? Did I pay for it? Did I like it? Absolutely. Do I support them doing more seasons and the game and all that stuff? Yes, definitely. And that's what this is for. This is for the game. But this is an advertisement. This is an advertisement, Con Man the game, which is what's in the bottom corner, available on the App Store and Google Play. It shows that at the bottom. That's what this is for. This is an advertisement. This is a flyer. This should be free. So I'm going to write 0 cents for. So we're still at like $3.50. Again, paper products. This is cardstock. 4 pieces of cardboard, not even real cardboard, but cardstock. $1, maybe. This cost them nothing to print. So I would say I'll be generous and I'll say $1 for that, for the index cards. So we're at $4.50 now. The Flux cards for the Flux card game, Firefly card game. This is a really stupid item to send buyers, to send fans of this, because most people I know are Firefly fans. They enjoy the show. They buy into it. I know several people who buy this Cargo Crate. I don't know anyone who owns any of the card games. There's a couple different card games, first off, so it's not like this is even universal. This you have to have this game. And it's debatable whether or not card games are super popular right now. I really don't think that this is something that's popular. So this is, again, this is like a cereal box prize. Like this, $1, $5.50. I don't know why they would send that. You have to go out on a huge limb and assume that everyone has that, or you're advertising and you're promoting someone going out and buying this because now they have the cards for it. And we had cards previously that came in another box, but I don't think they're for that game. I think they're for a different game. So now there's no continuation. We haven't even been, there's no continuity. We haven't received the same cards for the same game. That's frustrating. So yeah, I would say $1. I'll be generous on that one too. So like $5.50, we're up to like $5.50 now. Then you've got the Little Damn Heroes, which these are nice. You go to a convention, you might see these anywhere from $12 to $20. Okay, seriously, they're not even worth that. This, I would say $15. I'll just be generous, $15. So we're at like $20.50 now. Okay, for total cost for everything. So we still haven't even reached really the halfway point on what this stuff is worth. And they claim that these things are worth like $65 plus. Yeah, that's maybe if you go to a convention and buy all these things separately, which we're not. We're buying in bulk. We're not going to a convention and having to go through different aisles and different vendors and booths to dig for these items. We're ordering directly from the bulk manufacturer. Even though these are quantum mechanics, they're teamed up with Loot Crate. As far as I'm concerned, that's their It's washing each other's hands. So really, they shouldn't even cost that. Loot Crate should be getting these for pennies on the dollar too. And then the big item. This is what is actually the most disappointing. I love that they did this. I wish that they would have actually done it well. So if you have ever been on Think Geek, like 2 years ago, made these, and they actually talked when you squeeze their bellies. They did the lines. They did this is a rich land, and we shall call it this land, and and he attacks. Curse your sudden but inevitable betrayal. Oh God, dear God in heaven, and they each do the lines back and forth. Mine is an evil elf. They do all that, and it's just these two. There's no palm trees. And I forget what I think they sold for like $50, which seems like a lot, but they do talk, and they were detail for detail identical to the show. Here's my beef with these. Number one, this guy does not even stand up. His feet, I don't know if you can tell in the video, but his feet are not actually even on the same plane, not even as his tail, okay? So when he stands, and I'll get a better picture of this later, but when he stands, it's leaning. It's leaning outward, like he doesn't stand up. And if you distinctly look in the show, if you watch the frame by frame, you can see that he stands up. Next thing is the color. The colors on this thing are not even close. He's reddish. There's no purple on his head, and this is like got a silvery purple painted all across him. And I know the light is terrible. It's too bright here, but seriously, look at that. That makes no sense. The Stegosaurus is, again, painted not remotely close to what he's supposed to be painted as. It's a little closer because he's bluish, but he's not even the right size. The Think Geek ones were perfect. This arm, because I went through and looked at frame by frames, this outside right arm is in a different position. The fingers look different. These are the worst of these that I've ever seen. Walmart actually sells the dinosaurs that more closely resemble the ones from the show than these. That's upsetting because this is their big item for this box. And they couldn't even get Quantum Mechanics, which used to be good at making replica stuff, fan stuff. I don't buy into that anymore. And I'll get to the shirt. I know I haven't forgotten the shirt. But this was the big item. This was supposed to be the fun item. And it is so cheaply done that it's almost not worth me putting on display because people might see this and they'll be like, oh, where'd you get the dinosaurs? And I'm like, oh, they're supposed to be replicas. They're supposed to be actual replicas from the show, but they look nothing like the ones in the show. This is cheap. This is bad Cargo Crate. I'm upset that Think Geek would take so much care and effort and dedication to really make a good replica. And yeah, it cost more than this whole box did, but they also talked and they looked identical. There's no weight to these. They're probably hollow. Actually, I can squeeze on it. I can press in on them so they are hollow. So this is absolutely as cheaply made as it could possibly be. And painted too. The paint just looks like it was like schlacked on at the last possible moment. The dinosaur does not stand up like he's supposed to. He tilts, and I'll get a close-up of that in a second. But he doesn't stand up. So that's super disappointing that I can't even actually put him on display because he won't stand. The Stegosaurus is fine. He stands. His feet are all perfectly level and flat. Perfectly. Not so much for T-Rex horn, T-Rex thing, whatever it's called. I'll look up the name of it at some point. So that's a huge letdown. So far, maybe $20-something, maybe. And then the shirt. Now I know shirts. You can say what you want about shirts, but I mean, this is not an original design. This was not made, as far as I know, this is not made by the artist from the show, like the last one with Zoe was. The material, yeah, it's pretty good. It's made out of 100% cotton, so that's nice, and it's the right size. But I'm going to go ahead and say this on behalf of other people that I know, like, for example, my girlfriend, who would probably love to wear shirts from Cargo Crate. They don't make women's size shirts. They don't do it. That's ridiculous. So there are a lot of women, I've seen other reviewers who are women who have to buy the men's small, and that doesn't fit them at all. So shame, again, on Loot Crate for really aiming these towards not only men, but to the masses. Firefly fans are not the masses. So they really need to get their crap together, because this is just not acceptable. This is not worth $40, not even with the shirt. This shirt might be a $10 shirt maybe, which gets us close to the $30 ballpark, but this is supposed to be an over $65 quality, over $65 deal. You know, that's how much everything is supposed to be worth. This is not worth that. These paper goods have got to stop. I know Cargo Crate is not going to watch this, but I'm sure that there are plenty of people out there who buy these things that would agree. Paper goods are not a substitute for quality items. The pin is great. I like the pin. I like that they sent the dinosaurs. And you know, but if ThinkGeek ever gets back out to making their own, I'll buy the ThinkGeek ones. You know, this crap I would sell on eBay for $5 maybe, and include free shipping, because they're just not worth it. He won't stand up. It's just that's unacceptable, Loot Crate. So the shirt's good quality, and it's funny, yeah, but it's just a generic shirt. Like, you couldn't have sent us a polo shirt or a button-down shirt. I mean, these like Hawaiian, Huepavera style shirts are inexpensive. You could have sent us an actual button-down shirt that would have been just as inexpensive to make as these. So yeah, or a t-shirt that had that print on it. I don't know what to tell you. Anyway, the signal itself, there's nothing fancy in it. It talks about the crate materials, how to speak Mandarin. It's got a little how to speak Mandarin thing in there, which is kind of cool. What's with Wash? It's just a Q&A thing. Shows pictures from a Firefly shindig in California, pictures of what's in the crate, and that's it. Like, come on. Yeah, I enjoy buying these, and I'm holding out for the Mao one, which of course they'll put at the end. That's how they're going to sucker us into buying more. But I'm disappointed in Loot Crate and in their cargo crates. This is just not worth the money that we're paying for it. If you agree, great, leave me a comment. If you don't agree, leave me a comment. Or if you do agree, don't agree, whatever. That's my 2 cents on it. I really think that they should do better for their customers. It's a consumer company. It's designed to satisfy the consumer, and I just don't think. I think they're cashing in on nostalgia and people loving the show, and that's bad. That's not good. That's like what Disney does. Pumps out mediocre material a lot and charges an arm and a leg for it because people will be nostalgic for it. People will want it. Kids will want it. We're not kids. We're grown-ass adults who want quality Firefly stuff. So send us Firefly stuff and make it quality. Sorry that this has taken so long. That's my review. Hope you guys, and if you got one, I hope you enjoyed. I hope you find some entertainment out of it. If Loot Crate ever sees this, I hope that you would take some consumer input into consideration for the future crates, because this is just not worth it. I'll post some pictures, and I'll post a picture of the inside of it at the end of the video anyway. But thank you for watching. All right, take care. Peace out, sauerkraut.
Take my love, take my land, take me where I cannot stand. I don't care, I'm still free. You can't take the sky from me. Take me out to the black, tell them I ain't coming back. Burn the land and boil the sea. You can't take the sky from me. There's no place I can be since I found serenity. But you can't take the sky from me.